Hey, what is up everyone? I'm Jubs and welcome back to Dawncraft, episode 7. Our current mission is to defeat the next boss called the Skeleton Lord. I've done a little bit of exploring of where he is, but I don't know if I'm actually prepared enough to fight him or have the capabilities of fighting him yet. So I think I want to plan how I want to get better food. We're gonna look into some enchantments, and we're gonna take a look into some more R's spells. If you guys have been enjoying this series, please like and subscribe for more content. I really appreciate it. We are almost at our goal of 25 subscribers. So I built some, basic bookcases, and through the enchantment table I got a while back, I didn't even have to use like obsidian diamond to make the enchantment table. I just had one. So yeah, I can get just basic level 30 enchantments. There is with this mod, so this mod uses apotheosis when enchanting. So you have now what is called Eterna, Quanta, and Arcana. So bookshelves, as you can see, have a Eterna of 1, and you can have a max of 15. So 15 Eterna gets you the max level of 30. Now this game, or not this game, this mod pack actually allows you to have a Eterna of 100, or not 100. I think your Eterna can get to 50. Yeah, so walking through just like the apotheosis and enchantment, different enchantment things is, one, you have Eterna, which is the available enchantment levels. So like right now at Eterna level 15, you can have level 30 for your max, but then if you get it up to 50, I think you need to be level like 80 to 100 to enchant. Quanta pretty much determines like the power range of the different enchantments you get. So like normally when on the third one you'll get like, I don't know, sharpness 3, but if you increase your quanta, you could get like you get like sharpness 6, right? And then there's another thing called rectification, which lessens the negative effects. So if you put something with rectification, you just get something better than, like, I think you lessen the chance of getting something with like life mending or curse of the vanishing on your enchantment. And then the last thing is arcana. Now arcana pretty makes, okay, yeah, it makes rare enchantments more common and increase the number of enchantments. So instead of getting like your basic 1 to 2 enchantments, the more arcana you get, you can get 5 or 6 enchantments on just one enchantment. This mod's pretty cool in that aspect. And then I was looking at this stuff, and I learned a little bit more about just enchanting in general. So, using skeleton skulls, you can place them 1 block away from the enchanting table and 2 blocks high. You mix this in with bookshelves and candles to gaining a little bit better enchantments. And then you can also do the same thing with candles. So the candles give you arcana, and the skulls give you quanta. Wither skulls give you even more quanta. And then, so we could mess around with that to try and get better enchantments. It's hard to like determine. And then another thing I noticed was there's something called tomes. So you can make a tome, right? And then enchant, instead of enchanting a book and receiving a random enchantment, you can make a tome that will specifically tell you what type of enchantment you'll get. You won't know exactly what enchantment, but it'll be like a type. So, and then there's also a tome of scrapping. So if, let's say you have a book or an item that has 4 enchantments, I believe the tome of scrapping removes half of it. You get like 2 out of the 4, but you don't know which 2 you'll get. If you have an enchantment with, if you have an item with 1 enchantment and you remove it, you'll get that enchantment. So let me see, like if I had an item, I think I have some, hold on. Oh, like for example, this one. If I use a tome of scrapping with the sharpness 1 violent iron sword and remove that enchantment, I'll only get sharpness 1. It's not like I won't get anything. So looking at the tomes though, so you can get like tome of helmets. So like you'll get a specific enchantment for a helmet. You have tome of chestplate, tome of leg plates, boots. So that's really cool. You can like, if you need a better boot, you can specifically get an enchantment for boots. Then there's weaponry. So like that's your swords. Miners, which is your pickaxe. Fisher, archers, and then scrapping. Also, I did update the current version of the pack. So I was on 1.18, and now I'm on 1.24, I think. So maybe they updated it to where maybe you can't use this. But something you could use, there's a prismatic cobweb to remove curses, but I think the cobweb just removes. If you don't want an like a specific enchantment, I think you can use a cobweb and it'll just remove it. Let's talk about just getting better food for when we're fighting. So there's 2 things. One, I want to use our farmer delight. So I took a lot of the food out and put it into this cabinet. I want to use the farmer's delight mod to just give us better food and keep us healthy when we're fighting, so we're not taking so much health then we have to stop, regen, eat, and stuff like that. So one of the best foods for me right now is actually a food called ratatouille. Now the reason why I say this is because all it takes is basic tomato, onion, beetroot, have all 3 of those, and then just anything I want. Carrots, potato, a raw onion. I don't know what that first thing is. Oh, a cucumber. And then a bowl. And you put that in the cooking pot, and bam, you get ratatouille. Now, the reason why I want ratatouille is look at this. It gives me 10 hunger with 60% saturation. Has a pretty high food diversity, but then it also gives you 1 minute of nourishment. Now, Farmer's Delight has 2 different effects. Actually, it technically has 3. So the one effect is comfort, and the other effect is nourishment, and then the last one is there actually is regeneration in here, but it's only with salads, and it's only for 5 seconds. So it's like not as good. So the difference between the two effects is nourishment prevents the player from losing hunger or saturation from exhausting actions such as running, jumping, and attacking, which is what we'll be doing a lot. Um, so it extends the bar beyond the saturation limit, delaying the time to eat again. So you're not eating as much food as you're doing all these actions. However, the effect pauses when you take damage. So like the nourishment effect will be in place, but as soon as you take more damage, it will stop. So it's going to be a lot of like probably having to go in the fight. If you take some damage, back away. I mean, it's pretty much how I fight anyways, because I don't want to die. And then the other effect, which is comfort, makes the player immune to slowness and hunger/weaknesses. And that is mostly from what they consider as wintry foods. So like these soups and stews. And so that's like the only difference. The one literally negates your hunger while doing things, and the other one just prevents you from getting slowed and getting like hungry. And like before, I was gonna try and make the hamburgers. I'm like, oh, it's got a lot of saturation of food, but it just doesn't give me that nourishment. And I think nourishment is probably one of the better things. My current food diversity is 5.2, and like I want to try and get to a food diversity of like 12 or team. Like, look at this. So if I can get to 12, you get combat stamina. You get, wow, if you get 25. Whoa, thresholds are cool. So I can get my food diversity up. Then I can get those like combat bonuses and stuff. Now Ratatouille has 3.1. Now, the other thing that will help us is this thing called a lunch bag. Now, the lunch bag, we could turn into a lunch box. Will pretty much take whatever's in the lunch bag and go and eat, not like eat the same food, but we'll eat different foods and like cycle through your food in your lunchbox. So let's go ahead. Iron. Right. And now we have this lunchbox. I think this will be fine for us. I need a hay bale and an armor stand. How do I make the armor stand? Sticks and a stone slab. I don't think I even have smooth stone. I think to make smooth stone, just smelting stone. my god, I almost ate it. Man, these beetroots stink. That is so terrible. These don't grow at all. I'll take this. And I wish that I had a better... And now I need a hay bale. Okay. This dude is pretty cool. I'll put him outside. This is a target dummy. And you can hit this target dummy. And we go in third person. So, you can see, tells you how much damage you do. I'm actually curious. 15, not bad. Now, you see in the bottom right how my sword has like it normally has numbers, but now it has like this blue color to it. So that means your, I guess, ultimate ability is what they call it. Your ultimate ability is ready. Oh, that's cool. It tells you your DPS too. But anyway, so before this was bound to my left click button, and sometimes I would do an ultimate and I wouldn't even realize, but I now bound it to the F key. So now when I press F, do that. It looks like I hit 4, and then I can use that. And I think the 3.4 is the bleed ability. First gem, and this. Woohoo! Got the Ring of Lesser discount. Holy moly. Boom, we got the Glyph of Pull. Nice. I want to make more spells. So this one's maxed out. Oh yeah, so the way this works specifically is you shoot a projectile, it will launch a mob into the air, but while they're up there, it'll do a harm damage. Because you do harm to it, when it comes back down, it will drop items. If you don't include harm, you don't do damage to them, so then you end up not getting any drops. Let's go! Bone Splitter. Sharpness 3, Mending, Capturing, Looting 5, and Breaking 3. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then... yeah, I'll just take some diamonds from you. Oh, he's got slime balls too. It's 4 apiece though. He'll be alright. Oh, shout out to this dude. Let's go. Gonna do it for this one. We were able to start the basics of enchanting, enchanting us with diamond armor, enchanting our bow with Unbreaking 2, adding sharpness to a diamond sword, giving us a little bit more mana. We were able to come across a trading villager who gave us this really cool axe, which we hopefully will take all the enchantments off in the future and put them on other items. We were able to create more spells for our Ars Nouveau fighting. One of them is actually really funny. That launches mobs up in the air and kills them. And we were also able to get a better food source in from Farmer's Delight and make this lunchbox, which helps us increase our food diversity, giving us better combat statuses and bonuses as we play. If you guys have been enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.